Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
I'm working on the Julio Guzman truck.
Mr. Guzman,
Yes.
so you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months of jail and or $2,000 fine. What are we doing? Mr. Williams, okay. 3 days with 8 days credit. Is this what you want to do, Mr. Guzman?
I do indeed.
What did he say?
I do indeed.
I didn't hear what he said.
He do indeed.
He do the deed?
Say yes, sir, no, sir.
I do indeed.
I got to know that you understand what's going on, Mr. Guzman.
Yes.
Mm-mm. You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf.
I did it, sir. I did it.
Be quiet, wait till he's done.
It's okay. It's all right. You can- You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You can never come back and change this. Is this what you want to do, Mr. Guzman?
I live with my decisions. That's responsibility.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you.
Guilty for that. That I am guilty of.
Well, I feel for you, Mr. Guzman. Unfortunately, that you won't be able to get released just yet, but at least you're done with this one here. I will
Yes.
find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'll roll your court costs. You won't owe anything. And good luck to you, sir.
May all the guilty carry their guilt, even in secret. May all the guilty carry their guilt.
Oh,
He had an ag assault. What?
yeah, I guess I'll retaliation. This guy. Wait, is this one, it's not an arraignment sitting there, right? Did you talk to, Delia? This was a.
He threatened someone with a shovel. A shovel.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, if it's an arraignment.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Admonishments first, correct.
Oh, right here.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Luis.
Con confianza, usted no responde en
Hágase
español.
con el centro.
Mira, el juez también habla
Nada más
español.
él, le contesta español nada más, no me mira a mí.
Vázquez Pérez.
You are Antonio Vasquez Perez.
Solo español. Le acabo de decir solo español.
Yo también.
¿Hablan inglés? Entonces solo español. Hágame el favor.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Okay.
On April 14th,
14 de abril,
officers were dispatched to a single vehicle accident.
fueron despachados a un accidente de carro solitario.
They observed heavy damage to this defendant's vehicle in the middle lanes of the freeway.
Los carriles medios del-
The defendant was observed standing next to the vehicle with red glossy
con
eyes,
los ojos enrojecidos,
swaying while standing,
tambaleando al pararse,
and a strong odor of alcohol on his
con
breath.
alcohol sobre su aliento.
The defendant gave his vehicle keys to the officer and admitted he was driving home from a bar where he drank 3 beers. He had 6 on HGN, 7 on walk and turn, 2 on one leg stand. DIC was red, and he had a VAC of 0.163 and 0.171. No history, Judge.
Mr. Vasquez Perez. Are you a United States citizen?
¿Es un ciudadano americano?
No,
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Hizo sin permiso.
sin permiso.
Without permission.
Do you know what happens if you go to jail?
¿Usted va a una cárcel, señor?
No,
No.
If you go to jail
Cárcel.
and immigration finds you,
¿Quién lo encuentra ahí?
they will put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration decides what's to do with you, which is either deport you or let you go. Unfortunately, you will wait at least 9 months waiting for immigration to do anything with you because of how backed up they are.
tan atrasados que están.
That's what you have waiting for you if you go to jail. Anyone here who depends on you will be stuck
Una persona que
because you will be in jail.
problemas. ¿Por qué? Porque usted está en una cárcel.
Do you
¿No
understand?
se entiende?
Sí, señor.
Hable más fuerte.
Sí, señor.
I am now finding probable cause in your case. I am putting conditions on your bond.
Su fianza.
If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you are unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. Do you understand?
No, señor.
Sí, señor.
The first and the most important thing I'm telling you is do not drive.
Maneje automóvil.
I will have you sign a promise with me. This is an affidavit that you're going to make today, promising that you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If you drive, you will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive, because every time you drive, it's an offense in and of itself. I am also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or dope, likewise, I will put you in jail.
Está en una cárcel.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
This is the only warning that you will get from me. Some people take it, some people don't, and they only learn the hard way. If you don't believe me, ask Herman. For now, we will have you sign this. We will have you go on your way. You must stay in contact with Herman.
Estarse en comunicación
If
con
Herman tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
su arresto. Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes,
Sí,
sir.
señor.
Just for Mr. Vasquez Perez's information, Judge, his appearance waives so long as it complies with the court's conditions, and keeps in touch with me.
Yes.
It's like you.
Sí, no tiene que venir hasta.
You must stay in contact. Do not drive.
No maneje bajo ninguna circunstancia.
Sí, señor.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Okay, please. Hey, look, I warmed them up for you. No. Well, did I make you upset this morning?
What time did Mr. Thomas get here? You, Emmanuel Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thomas, what time does court start? No. 8:30. Please be here on time. Mr. Thomas, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present and questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
On April 12th, officer with the property manager of the Signature stating several subjects appeared to be selling narcotics out of a room located at the business. The manager reported that various individuals were frequently entering and exiting the room and loitering outside the door. On arrival, the strong odor of marijuana was smelled from the parking lot, and the door was observed open. After further investigation in plain view were several bags containing a green leafy of marijuana. As the officer approached the room, he observed an unidentified male sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle with clear baggies containing marijuana and approached the vehicle. Additionally, a strong odor of marijuana was emanating from the vehicle. The now defendant was a driver who was detained. That search yielded baggies containing 0.252 ounces of marijuana found in the driver's seat. This defendant is on bond for a state jail felony marijuana charge.
He's on bond for a felony weed case, and he just now picked up another weed case. Do we know what the felony court's going to do?
They filed a motion to revoke on April 15th, but they haven't had that hearing yet that I know of. No, it's set for June 12th, but if they just filed it, I would imagine they're going to want if they notify the court to set a hearing for the pretrial officer. I'm presuming they're getting the information from their CSO. But also note is that in this court, he had a prior dismissed marijuana charge on April 4th as well. So this would.
Mr. Thomas, do you have a Texas driver license? You are not allowed to drive. If I find that you drive, I will have a, look at me. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? You're signing an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive until you have a license and liability insurance. Do not drive. I'm now ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you in 30 days from today. You test positive for dope, for marijuana, I will put you in jail. And if you can't stop, I will put you in a rehab program in the jail that lasts for a minimum of 9 months if you respond well to treatment. You understand? So Jeremiah, 30 days from today, let's see. Yep. Mr. Thomas, you're going to get tested on that day. Do you know what happens if you test positive? What happens? Right. Not only that, but it's very possible now that they revoke your bond in your felony case as well, because you're on bond for a felony dope case. You just now picked up another one and they filed a motion to revoke. So get ready, because it's at some point they're going to revoke that felony bond and a new felony warrant will issue. I would be very careful and talk to your lawyer as soon as you can. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria. We're going to get you out of here to hire a lawyer. And then after that, we'll get you to Jeremiah for your bond conditions. Stop smoking weed. If you want to do that, go to California, Colorado. You can do it as much as you want there. You live in Texas. That way.